Hey y'all, come on in, honey. Listen, this is Mama's Comfort Cookie. We finna make some chocolate icing, and but first, I got to flip these cakes out the pan, and then I'm gonna come on back and we're gonna start. Y'all come on in here. Give y'all time to get in here. I need to flip these vanilla cakes one way. That would worry me, but I'm glad it's for my house. Okay. I'm gonna put these in the sink and I'll be back. Run a little water. Alright, how y'all doing today? Woo-wee. Come on in, hey y'all know how it go. We're gonna get started on the icing before we do Black History. I don't know how many people I got on here that start me over. But hey to everybody. So how I make my chocolate icing for this particular cake. Hold on, let me shake them apart. They smiling. I'm going to be using ganache icing. And did I bring half a cup in there? Okay, I'm ready. Hey y'all, come on in. Hey, listen. Greetings to y'all. Thank y'all for sitting and talking with me. We're gonna make ganache icing. Can y'all see it? I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit more. All right, then we're gonna get in our Black History moment. Listen, I'm proud to be black, and that's a fact. And if you try to take what's mine, I'll take it back. So what we're going to do is make ganache icing. Now, when I grew up, ganache icing was just that. It was the icing. When I grew up, a homemade cake was made with ganache icing. We ain't know nothing about no buttercream. Now, you could have. I didn't. So we're going to start with a half a cup of cocoa. Okay? Now, when I grew up making this, we didn't even use candy bars, but you can use candy bars. All right, the more cocoa you use determines on how much icing you need. The more cocoa you use, the stronger the chocolate gonna be. Again, how much icing are you making for how many cakes, will determine if you're gonna use half a cup and a half. Now, it's simple to turn ganache icing into buttercream. All you gotta do is let the icing cool, incorporate just a little bit more sugar to thicken it up, and bam, you got it ain't really buttercream, but you got a thick icing. And you know how they go, buttercream and powdered sugar, honey, they go together like birds of a feather. So I got half a cup going right now, right? A whole half a cup. Right? I think that's all I'm going to need in what I'm doing today. I'm making Avery a 3-layer chocolate cake, hun Eddie. And AA asked it. She said, Mama, will you please do your icing that I like so much? So I said yes. And I'm trying to work myself up to where I need to be with some stuff because I had gotten burnt out from being sick. So here, to thicken, the cornstarch is coming in as a thing to help thicken it. If you don't have cornstarch, this is a tablespoon. If you don't have cornstarch, use you a little flour. Now, it works for me. You may not like it. Jean, I got you. Don't you just don't worry, my chocolate lover friend. So I'm going to take in and put about 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. And I'm going to use that like I would use flour. All right? And then you can make this. You can make this with whatever you want to. So in other words, you can use granulated sugar. But the best way to me. Oh, hold on while I'm thinking about it. Because it'll slip my mind. Then you're going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay? I didn't want to forget it. And then you're going to use you a pad of butter. Okay? It ain't going to take that much. Just use, I'm just cutting it. You're just going to use a pad of butter. Okay? That's all you need on that. All right? We still going to use vanilla in this. And we're going to use this somewhere. Oh, it's behind me. We're going to use canned milk. Okay? I don't know if y'all still commenting because they done stopped. Okay, there they go. So now I'm going to take this. I know I don't normally measure this, but I'm going to do it for y'all today. Because, baby, I just shake till I think it's right. But believe me, if you use 1/2 cup of cocoa, you're going to have to use at least 2 cups of powdered sugar. That's the God honest truth now. Sometimes it be more than that. You know what I'm saying? Beat the powdered sugar down. I'm just making a mess for y'all because I don't normally measure this. 1 cup. I don't normally measure it because I be wasting good sugar. Beating it down and it getting all on my counter. 2 cups and some cousins. All right? 2 cups and some cousins. Here come the cousins. Y'all, I'm going to mess around and get skinny. I'm going to mess around and find out. And when I get skinny, y'all going to be mad because I'm going to be looking better than some of the ones that was talking about me when I was big. Because you know, one thing you can't take away from me. Fine, 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 fine. Woo, fine, fine. So right here, go on and take your time. Stir up everything you just put in here. So the cocoa powder. Go ahead, get all them lumps out that sugar. You got the chance right now. Go ahead and whisk it. A little stick of butter. Chop it up in here. Get everything incorporated. The salt. Everything I just told y'all. Right? Now, this is how I made mine. This is how my mama made hers growing up. Like I say, your mama could have been a buttercream queen. My mama wasn't. All right? Now or later, it really don't matter. Now you're going to add you some vanilla. Now or later, when we put this on the stove and get this heat under here, it ain't going to take long. All right? I'm just letting you know. So you're going to reach over here and get this teaspoon and you're going to pour you some vanilla because that's the only flavor need to go in here. 1, and I do 2 teaspoons. That's up to you. You don't have to do 2. It really don't matter. All right? This is the recipe I'm showing y'all that I'm finna do for this cake back here. Now I'm finna shake this up. I'm making icing. Do the old school way with the knife. Get my cup. I normally use this whole can, but for the sake of, I'm gonna take and measure me out a cup of liquid to 3/4 a cup. Okay, so now we got a cup of liquid. Here's the difference between powdered sugar. Hey, Denise Foley, I love you. Here's the difference between powdered sugar. Powdered sugar, if you stir it too much, it becomes, if you stir it too much, it'll crystallize your icing. It'll make your icing become crystallized. It'll be got the granulates in it. Powdered sugar, you can stir this up and it's not going to affect. All you're going to do is put this on the stove and it's going to cook. And I'm seeing now if I need a little bit more milk by stirring, because like I say, I'm measuring for y'all, but for Tracy, she'll go on in there and throw in her whole bottle, because it's going to be what it's going to be before you put the heat on it, okay? I'm just going to show y'all. Because so many people say, well, when I make it, man, yeah, it is. You didn't do it this way. You do it this way before you ever put the heat on it. You can see how thick it's going to be, all right? Because remember, if I want this thicker, all I got to do, hey, David Jackson, all I got to do is add a little more powdered sugar. So I'm finna let y'all see this. All right? Hold on, let me take y'all off the thing. Because I'm going to add a little bit more milk. Just a squishy bit more. I save a little bit for some cereal. Okay? I haven't ate today. I just can't eat. Hold on. Oh, perfect. That's good, Jean. I'm glad we got that minute, because we got something y'all didn't know about Black History today. I bet you didn't know it, and I'm going to tell you about it. All right, let me turn it around. See, don't worry about that. That's when you're trying to get a phone at the same time. So, see, you can look and see how thick this already is, right? The consistency that it's going to be, all right? Set that right there. Making a whole mess. Y'all know I don't like to make no mess. Y'all already know that, all right? So, look, that's how thick it's going to be. When you get through cooking it and it's settled, because it's got some thickness at the bottom. It's got some of the butter particles. You done incorporated it very nice. So you got to ask yourself, how thick do you want your icing? I say that look pretty good. Mine need just a squishy bit more. Just a squishy bit. Maybe a fourth. Yeah, a fourth of a cup more. Okay. That's what I need. That's what satisfies my mind, that I got it like I want it, and want it like I got it. Hey, she got it like, and if it gets started and it still feel like it ain't right, don't worry, I add a little bit more milk. But this is how you do it before you put it on the heat. All right. Now what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna taste it with this finger. Baby, that tastes good. If I taste that, let me turn it around. If you taste it with your finger, I'm gonna wash my hand. If you taste it with your finger, that's what your icing gonna taste like. You can ask anybody on here that bake. If it tastes too rich, you better add some more sugar now. You better add some more. If it's too bitter, you better add a squishy bit more sugar, Tracy. And that way, when you get started, you already know what it's going to taste like. Mess around and find out. So did y'all get what I just did? Because we finna put some heat on it. Child, it's just me. That ganache icing. Powdered sugar, canned milk, vanilla flavoring. You got to have either flour or you got to have some cornstarch and salt. You got to add a pinch of salt. Hey, Mama Cotton. Mother Hattie Cotton. I got a little excited. Got a little like I was preaching. Got a little spit on the side. So now I'm going to show y'all one more time what it looked like. We ain't put no heat on it yet. Okay? If you want it thinner than this, you better go ahead and add your little more milk. All you gonna do is add heat on here and incorporate this. So if it's too thick, it's gonna be too thick. All right. If you need a little bit more sugar, Tracy, better add it now. I think I want a little bit more sugar. I'm so tired. Hey. How's your day? All right. So now, hold on, y'all. Let me put you back on the stand. Because y'all got me making a whole mess. Hey, Jeanette. Listen. Tracy gonna add just a squishy little bit more sugar because she was measuring it for y'all, trying to be sweet and nice. And she know how she like hers. And Tracy said to tell y'all, just let her do hers the way she like to do hers. But she did say to let y'all all know it tastes good. All right, it's just her habit, because everybody bakes according to how they think it is to their liking. And so she wanted you to know that it's still ready to go. And she's gonna put it on the heat. So now the cakes are already ready. And she's gonna let this cool down when it gets through. Now, if you use granulated sugar, you still need to incorporate everything. Because but you got to be careful. When you get in here, you cannot stir. I'm telling you right now, if you don't use powdered sugar, and you can make it with granulated. My mama used to make it with granulated. And we used to have a cup of water. Hey, sweet thing. You got to go to the doctor. I don't know why you changed. But it's at 4 o'clock. You got a doctor's appointment at 4. But here's the thing. It's okay. My mama used to keep a cup. My mom used to keep a cup of water by the stove. All right. So I'm going to get this going. And then we're going to do our Black History moment. Okay. So let's get this on the eye. Stay with your icing. Don't walk away because it will burn quick. All right. It will scorch. It will burn. You can incorporate this and change this into a whipped icing. You can do a lot of things. I'm using canned milk. This is ganache. You can take ganache icing. You can turn ganache icing into buttercream icing. All you got to do is add a little butter, add a little powdered sugar, let it cool off, slowly incorporate it, and boom, bam, bada. You got another icing. Hello, somebody. It don't take a whole lot. Just use the little you got. All right. So now this is what it's looking like. Again, it's going to go over here on the stove. Push y'all back. Alright. So I can put it on the stove. Stay with it. This over here is some more syrup. Don't cook it too high. Stay with it. And then it'll have to cool off. And that's how you make ganache icing. Today in Black History, child, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving. Honey, anybody in here in the comments, can y'all please write Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving. I appreciate it if you would. These earrings that I'm wearing, they're about to drive me crazy, but let me be quiet. I like them a lot. I do. And they was gifted to me. And I like them. And the lady that gave it to me, she's passed away. But I'm going to wear them in her honor. Because I appreciated it. I got them at my reunion last year. Lord, the comments done stop. Again, I tell you what. I can't win for losing with Booker. Booker Chi. I tell you what. Yeah. Gotta get this other phone. My comments done stop working. Yeah. I'll be back, y'all. Stay with your eyes. Woo-hoo. Here I come. Here I come, here I come, here I come. With some news for you. And I'm still under a little more research on this. But I'm going to give you what I got. And I'm going to turn on the other phone. Give me a moment. So I can give you your Black history. While the icing cooks. Hold on one second. Go to Booker. And turn it down. Okay. Did anybody, only one person wrote Thanksgiving? Oh, wow. I guess y'all don't want to hear about this. I might not need to do this one. Y'all think I need to skip Black history today? Would y'all like me to skip Black history today? All right. Many posted. Many posted what? Oh, okay. Thank y'all for letting me know. Okay, let's get started, okay? Now, I want to look at y'all and tell y'all something. And this is very important. I'm going to put y'all as close as I can to the comments. We're going to talk about Black history. And we're going to talk about how we know Black history has been messed up. And we got to write our own history. We are American history. We are American lit. However, just like a lot of us, did y'all know that New England was a part of America? How many of you knew that New England was part of America? Honey, sometimes when people say they from New England, we think instantly, oh, you part of the British government. Oh, you from overseas, another country. Did you know that? Did you know that New England was a part of America? So we're going to get into Thanksgiving, the myth of Thanksgiving. The myth of how Thanksgiving started. Well, October the 2nd, 1863 is when Thanksgiving started. Right along with Abraham Lincoln and the Emancipation Proclamation. There was the Civil War. So there was 3 things going on. He decided to acknowledge Thanksgiving on October the 2nd, 1863. During that time is also the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. Also, I'm going to give you a third thing in a minute. It was a part of the civil rights. He signed it to be set aside the 3rd Thursday of the month. But what they don't tell you is it was celebrated because the slaves won the Civil War, which caused him to take away the preliminary signing of the Emancipation Proclamation and sign the Emancipation Proclamation, because the Emancipation Proclamation was based on us winning the Civil War. So Black people gave it the meaning by the reconnection from their family members because they were disconnected during the Civil War. The Black slaves that returned home, and with the victory that was won, we were going to have the Emancipation Proclamation. So this is how football came to be. I'm going to bring it all together. Harvard University decided to have a football game one day on Thanksgiving. From that, other colleges started having football on Thanksgiving, along with the Black people cooking all the different food in the celebration. Well, Tracy, I'm confused. How did the Mayflower, how did the Indians come to be? I'm glad y'all asked. Employees of unknown skill equality known as slaves. Thank you. Well, ain't nobody asked, how did the Mayflower and the Indians take over our celebration? Nobody asked it yet. So I'm going to stir my icing. If y'all want to know, y'all let me know. Come on, come on, come on. I need a whisk. That was quick. Okay. So what happens is, hello Tracy, glad to find you again. I've been here. Logan, Sheila Logan, please quit typing. We trying to stay focused. We're not focused on all of that. We focused on what we focused on. If you new here, we do Black History every day, okay? And some people leave, including Black people, when we do our Black History moment, because they just want to know about the food. So it's sad, but it's true. Some people don't care. Equality was not fought for everybody by everybody. Some of them are benefiting from it, but they don't care. So now let's stay focused, okay? That's the key word. I need to tell you, this is my page. Let me tell you what I researched. All your definitions of what slaves are, unskilled, unpaid workers, they were very skilled, amen. And just stop if you knew and listen. And then you can respond. If you was in high school or college, you wouldn't be talking. Okay, let's get her off of here. I'm going to remove her. Hold on, y'all. Can somebody report her, please, so that we can get her removed? Because my admin ain't on here. And that way we can get the ignorance off the page. Okay, I removed the icing because the icing has come to a ball. Let me go out and check in as myself so that I can remove this person. Hold on 1 second. I'm watching from another page. Hold on. Let me share it. And then let me check in as myself so I can go remove the ignorance off the page. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me, y'all, and I'm going to start all over because I'm going to tell y'all the truth. What they don't want you to know. All right? Now, let me go get the ignorance off. I'm having to go through all this stuff just to get on. It locked me out. I got a code coming. I don't see it. Never mind. I ain't gonna worry about it. Hold on, I know how to fix it. Because I can't fix it this way. So I can't see y'all comments. Right? They locked me out. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna call Calvin. The devil is a liar. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Let me get into touch with some of my mods. Yeah. Tiffany, can you log in? And it's a lady being very rude on here with Black History. Lindsay Jacobs have highlighted it and go on and block and ban her. And she don't have a face anyway. Okay, that's taken care of. Hold on. So we're going to start all over, and the icing is ready.